You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, as you know, if you've watched videos on our channel for any length of time, we actually cover some pretty crazy stories here on this channel in the world of sports. Now, today, it's going to continue, folks. It's definitely going to continue. Now, we've actually done videos on transgenders, biological men who think they're women, going over and dominating women in their sport. But this time, we got something a bit different. Could you actually say, I don't know, trans aging, I guess, when you actually have a 22, 23-year-old coach that decides, I'm going to identify as a 13-year-old for a basketball game and dominate the competition. Yes, that is what we're going to be talking about here in this video. This is pretty wild, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. On Outkick, 22-year-old high school basketball coach fired after impersonating 13-year-old player dominating teenagers in wild video. Now, I actually did see the clip. On the clip, it actually says that the person is 23 years old. So it doesn't really matter, though. Somebody that's like 10 years older than the competition went out there on the court and dominated. Now, guys, I remember when I was actually 23 years old. I did not look like a 13-year-old. Now, granted, I'm actually a male. And even at 23, I actually had a goatee where I didn't actually have one at 13. But let's read some of this and we're going to watch the clip here. It says here, we're only 1 month into 2023, but we've already got our basketball story of the year thanks to a 22-year-old assistant high school basketball coach impersonating her 13-year-old player and dominating some teenagers on the hardwood. Now, I don't even know if this school actually won the game. I don't. Churchland High School in Virginia was missing one of its players against Nasman River earlier this month as she was out of town for a club tournament. Assistant coach Arlisha Boykins saw this as an opportunity to take the floor herself and put up some numbers against some kids. A grown woman playing against children. It says here, based on the video, which is the funniest thing you'll watch all day, she dominated the kids half her size and age, of course. It says here, the first highlight shows her swatting a girl's shot all the way out of frame. The net shows her making an one layup and celebrating the play, clearly showing this woman doesn't care about the fact she's playing against girls who don't even have their driver's permits yet. Now, this is a news clip here, and this is from Wavy News. We'll go ahead and watch this clip right now. Let's roll it.
All right, file this one under one of the strangest stories I've ever heard of and talked about. Last Friday, we received an email from the mother of a player on the Churchland High School girls JV basketball team that an assistant coach on the team named Arlisha Boykins impersonated a 13-year-old player on the team that was out of town for a club basketball tournament. Here's video from that game. Churchland is in the black uniforms. Number one right there.
Right here. That is her right there. And she actually blocked the shot. Let's go back.
Churchland is in the black uniforms. Number one right there that just came up with the black block shot. We're told that as Arlisha Boykins. They were taking on Nasman River. This video has been edited to show you some of the highlights. Arlisha is apparently a 22-year-old young woman going up against 14 and 15-year-old girls. Now, we have confirmed that Boykins is no longer an employee of Portsmouth Public Schools. And since this game, the student athletes on the team and parents decided to just end the season. They will not be playing any more games this year. Portsmouth Public Schools did launch an investigation into this matter. The details have not been revealed by officials quite yet. Now, I spoke with the father of the 13-year-old girl that was being impersonated. Here's what he had to say about his reaction when he heard the news.
Coaches, always preach to the kids, about integrity and those type of things. So I was just shocked. I just need, an apology, because I haven't yet received one from, the overseer of the program or nothing. He just came out and just told us the stipulations of what was going to happen, but there was no apology issued personally to us, even in his presence.
We're going to follow up with this story if more information comes out. Those parents told me today that they are simply just seeking an apology from Churchland school officials.
Wow, so there you have it, guys. The assistant coach now been fired. Now, what about the head coach? Because I know that the head coach definitely knew what was going on. I mean, the assistant coach actually played in the game. I'm pretty sure the other players did too as well. Man, this is crazy. This is definitely one of the craziest stories I've heard of. I mean, you got men actually competing in women's sports, and now you got grown women competing against little girls in sports. This is nuts, guys. Completely nuts. And all the family is actually looking for is for an apology. Yeah. But what do you guys think of this, guys? 22-year-old assistant coach. You mean to tell me that they didn't have any backups? I mean, teams do have backups, right? They couldn't get a backup to actually go and play in the game. They actually had to get an assistant coach to actually go in. Yeah. And not only that, they canceled their entire season going forward. Man, I'm wondering if the head coach, whoever it is actually going to keep their job. I don't know. I really don't know. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.